Hey there. It's one of those late evening times, when you're just sitting around, maybe preparing to go to bed, and then all of a sudden, just strange ideas start hitting you. You start thinking about weird stuff, humanity lore. How did we used to hunt mammals? How did we even manage to survive past winters with limited resources? And for instance, how does it feel like to have $1 billion and not even care what you spend? What it's like to be so rich that you can change somebody's life by simply investing into their idea. Crazy stuff, I know. Or also the time you loudly farted in class. No, okay. But all jokes aside, today I was thinking about something very philosophical. I know. Here comes the deepest thoughts. I have a feeling that the world has lost its passion over the years. And I don't mean passion in terms of, let's say, love or affection, all that type of passion, all that personal passion. Although I do have a couple of things to say about that for another time. The passion for simple things. I have a feeling that people used to have more passion towards their hobbies, towards the simple things they enjoyed, their little collections, the non meta, non cool stuff that they would dedicate their time to. I even noticed this when I talk to, let's say, people who are much, much older than myself, who still value, I would even call insignificant things, are passionate about things that, you and I would laugh about. God, what type of hobby is that? But I'm starting to think that this loss of passion is actually nothing extraordinary. And it simply has to do with our time, this internet age and generation. Because, yeah, okay, well, throughout its infancy, the internet was quite chaotic. There was really no drive behind it. It was more of a, wild, wild west type thing. And thank God I was a part of that. I'm going to miss those memories, but miss those moments more specifically. But when you look at now, everywhere you look, especially if you use any type of social media, if you are hanging out on YouTube and let's say you're not accustomed to the old YouTube as it was, everything is becoming this hype thing. And your passion means nothing if you're not passionate about the right thing. If you're not passionate about the cool stuff, nobody cares. Even passion has a value now. Even your hobbies, your interests have a certain value that is determined by how many people talk about this, how many views it gets. Do you often see this on your feed? How many people recognize this? And this is something that internet pushes because, at the end of the day, you are impressed and also convinced that something is impressive by watching things that depict it in that way. So, I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this. As I said, it's already quite late in the evening. Unfortunately, I have to go to work in the mornings. Uh, yeah, sucks. So, just as a side note, if you're not working yet, if you're studying, do enjoy your life as much as you can because the moment you start working, it feels like it's stupid for me to say this, but free time is something that you miss. But anyway, passion. Don't lose your passion. Care about what you want to care. Like what you want to like. It will never be the coolest thing. To be completely honest with you, that's the reality. That's the reality that is, at least for somebody like me, sometimes hard to understand. That not everything has to be the coolest. Not everything has to be the best. Not every collection that you make has to have the rarest, most expensive stuff. You can be passionate about simple things. You can be passionate about just hell. You can be passionate about a pen. You can be passionate about a shirt you bought. Although definitely not this shirt. This is the most basic black shirt. So don't lose it. My biggest advice, if you ever feel like you're slowly losing your passion towards something, Either see how much time you spend on social media on the same topic, or try to look in, let's say, the circles that you hang out with. Because this effect of not valuing things enough comes from other people's opinions. And if you just, try to put, you're passionate, you want people to be passionate about the same stuff. But if you try this with the wrong people, with people who are always gonna see something new, even if you bring the best one in the internet, tomorrow you're history. It's very quick now. So find people around you, live, real people who are not just caught up in this craze of, I want to have all the internet praise. Find genuine people, share your passion with your friends, and at the end of the day, share it with yourself. Remember, you have to share your passion with yourself. It might sound stupid, but think about it. When was the last time you were simply just silently enjoying something? Silently enjoying or looking, observing, whatever it is that you're doing with that one special thing that only you understand best, or at least in your mind. And yeah, I hope you find that connection again if you lost it. And hey, if you didn't still, please, I would love to hear what you're passionate about. Because I have a feeling that sometimes it's also important just to let somebody else hear what you really like. Who knows? I'm always curious to see, curious to hear all of these stories about what people really enjoy the most. And it is really obvious, especially to me with stuff like cars. If you see somebody that is really passionate about the car that they're driving, it could be the most basic thing. It doesn't have to be this supercar, hypercar, 1000 horsepower engine. If they're passionate, you really feel it. And when you sit in that car, when they take you out for a drive, they show their car, and you just listen to them, listen to their passion, understand what they're saying, suddenly that little car that could be maximum worth $10,000 becomes such a unique piece of machinery. You wouldn't believe it. And this applies to everything that you're passionate about. So, I wish you all the best. Thank you for hanging out in this evening. Very boring, I know. Still don't have lights on my roof with me. I appreciate your company, and I'm looking forward to talking to you about whatever comes to our minds in the next time. Take care of yourself. And goodbye.